wanna have a bed on Beverly Hills. Grandma gonna be dead when she see the gold grills. Spend a couple stacks on a one-night thrill, that be okay. Ay. I wanna get a fade like every other day. Got 'em bad and bougie on the way. I wanna see the look on my teacher's face from my Bentley. Ay. What is life? What is life without fantasies? Yeah.
Hi guys.
Wish I could hop out of rain.
Hi Krista.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi Rix.
Hey, like the music.
Thanks. Okay, cool. We'll give it a bit more time. Hi. Yeah, we'll give it a bit more time for people to log on, and then we'll get started in a few minutes. Thanks.
Get it all off my chest, everything I wish I said. I take a real stand to all those that hurt me. What is life? What is life without fantasies? Yeah. I don't need a lot, I don't need a range. I just want love, a little bit of pain. I just need you, your company. I just need you, your ecstasy. I don't need a bar, I don't need a chain. I just want love, a little bit of change. I just need you, your company. I just need you, your ecstasy. I don't need a lot, I don't need a range. I just want love, a little bit of pain. I just need you, your company. I just need you, your ecstasy. I don't need a bar, I don't need a chain. So I just want love, a little bit of change. I just need you, your company. I just need you, your ecstasy.
I see the Peter. You know I got the Jones for my own Rashida. Can you put me on with the Nagarita? Don't pull on me, pull like weed inside me. She my queen. Yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. She my queen. She gon' pull on me, pull like weed inside me. Or Sharon Leo, she stay down the hall, or I call Regina. Keep your bonnet on, it stay on Felisa. She Mosalano, she gon'.
Okay, cool. Thanks everyone for joining. Yeah, I want to get started so we don't run over time. But as you all know, this is our sort of the pitch event, the final event for our first virtual South African EdTech Bootcamp. This is the second program in a series of these virtual bootcamps that Injini has been running over the last month. Yeah, so we're really excited to share with you what these 8 innovators have come up with over the last few weeks. But before that as well, they've put a lot of hard work into their business development, and we're excited to allow them an opportunity to share what they've been working on with you. So before we get into all of that, I'll just introduce Injini and myself for those of you who don't know much about us, and give you an idea as to what to expect for this afternoon. So today we're just going to kick off in a few minutes with originally it was meant to be 8 startups pitching today. Unfortunately, one of the entrepreneurs had to withdraw due to some unforeseen circumstances. So you'll hear from 7 entrepreneurs today from 7 different EdTech ventures from across South Africa. We should be starting off with that in just about a few minutes. We may not even need so much time for this intro. And then we'll ultimately, after hearing from everyone, we will move over to the award ceremony where we'll explain the criteria that is used to determine the winner, and we'll announce who will go home today with 5,000 rands for their participation in the entire bootcamp and specifically their pitch delivery today. So we have a few guest judges who are helping us make those decisions, and then we'll also be encouraging people in the audience who aren't necessarily familiar with these solutions to be asking questions along in the chat over the course of the session. So just a bit of housekeeping as well. If you aren't speaking, if you aren't pitching at the moment, please make sure to keep your mic on mute and keep your video off, just to help us to control some issues in case anyone has poor connectivity. And yeah, we're not going to have an in-person, a live Q&A session, just because this is a quick event. But as I mentioned, we really do encourage you to engage in the chat and ask questions as you hear the pitches. And as soon as the entrepreneurs are done pitching, they'll be able to attend to your questions and hopefully give you a little bit more context as to what it is they're working on. So a bit about Injini for those of you who might not be very familiar with us. Injini is known as Africa's first EdTech incubator. We are still sort of Africa's only EdTech incubator that's very specialized on this industry. And our main purpose, the reason that we're around, is to improve educational outcomes on the continent. So we do that by partnering with high impact potential entrepreneurs and innovators like those you'll hear from today. And ultimately, we hope with that approach, we'll be able to move the needle on quality access and relevance of education on the continent. So we do quite a number of different activities. This is one of our sort of ecosystem development projects. So these sorts of short interventions to help ideation stage or very early stage entrepreneurs to get their sort of fundamentals in place and hopefully build up a strong foundation so that they're able to enter the market and really get their EdTech solution up and running with real impact. And Injini is sort of more known for our longer term interventions, which are typically about 6 months long programs where we select a very competitive small group of entrepreneurs from across the continent, take them through a number of training interventions. And by the end, hopefully they are in a better position to raise funding to really make a bit more traction in the market. So sort of just spoke to all of this, but it's one of our bootcamp events, the sort of culminating event to this 3-week program that I've spoken about. Injini has a network of alumni that have gone through our programs that we continue to support across the continent, and we do some just to get an idea for what else Injini is working on. Okay, so I won't go through this in detail, but Injini's footprint, just so you have an understanding, we're not just based in South Africa, we're not just working in South Africa, although this is a very South African focused intervention. We have startups representing 10 different African countries in our portfolio. Most of those entrepreneurs are still active, are still working on their solutions and making a difference in their respective communities. And yeah, to date, we've worked with 29 EdTech ventures from all over, and we've created a significant impact in doing that so far. So we're really proud of the number of jobs we've created and the beneficiaries that our startups have ultimately reached hopefully with a little bit of help from us. So just another look at all of the startups that we have incubated to date. We've run 4 incubation programs, and the row right at the bottom is cohort 4. So the most recent program to just finish up. We wrapped that up in August of this year, and we're really excited to see how those startups progressed over the 6-month period. We have a lot of amazing alumni in our portfolio who you may have heard of in this space if you're familiar with EdTech at all. Even if you're not, I really encourage you to check some of these guys out. They're all doing really, really incredible work. And so here's the team. My name is Krista Davidson. I should have started with that. I'm the head of programs and operations at Injini, and I'm supported by our board of directors and specifically our chairperson of the board, Brendan Hughes, who assists with strategic direction and leadership of the team. And I'm supported by 3 really incredible employees, Michelle, Abdurrauf, and Megan, who are all on the call right now and really work very hard to make these interventions possible. So none of this would run as smoothly as it will hopefully today without their work. And next up, I just want to have a quick shout out to our funders who support us in everything we do, this intervention included. So the UBS Optimus Foundation is our primary funder and has been a great supporter of Injini since the very beginning. SICE is the Southern African Innovation Support Program, also really a strong focus on ecosystem development and community collaboration. So with the SICE project, we are able to work with a number of innovation hubs across the SADC region, which has been really a great opportunity for us. And the Michael and Susan Dell Foundation, which has a very specific focus on South Africa and education and sort of work readiness of youth. But I will now just hand it over to our 2 guests on the call. So our parent company is the Cape Innovation and Technology Initiative. And we're lucky to have Mariki Engelbrecht, who is here on the call now. She is going to be one of our guest judges today and can just quickly introduce CiTi's work and her role. Go for it, Mariki.
Hi everyone, it's amazing to be here. Thank you so much, Krista, for including us. My name is Mariki Engelbrecht. I'm the head of marketing for the Cape Innovation and Technology Initiative, the parent company of Injini. But we really have a vision to build a future-fit, inclusive society through technology and innovation in Africa. And we do that in different ways. We do that through entrepreneurial development and incubation. So Injini and Buwa CiTi, who's in biotech and some tech enablement programs, as well as digital skills development and ecosystem development. We are based in Woodstock in Cape Town, but like Krista mentioned, we work across Africa, and some of you may have even been at the Khayelitsha Bandwidth Barn based in Khayelitsha. So very excited to see all the entrepreneurs today. Thanks, Krista.
Thanks, Mariki. And we have another external judge today who will be helping us score the speakers who you'll hear from in just a short bit. Goodwill Investments is a really great partner of Injini. We worked together over the last year on various initiatives. Jay Buckton is on the line to introduce Goodwill's work and her role in the company.
Hi, thank you, Krista, and thanks for inviting us to be part of the event. To everyone else, I'm Jade Buckton, and I'm an investment analyst at Goodwill Investments. And at Goodwill, I'm responsible for deal flow, pipeline sourcing, ESG matters, and supporting portfolio management. Goodwill is an impact investment company, and we focused on inclusive growth in sectors providing basic goods and services and income generation opportunities to underserved communities. So we provide risk capital to fast-growing businesses in emerging markets, currently mainly in financial service, microfinance and fintech, but increasingly in other impact sectors such as logistics, e-commerce, agriculture, and affordable housing. And the current fund that we've investing out of is called Ubuntu, and it's a sub-Saharan African fund. And we have 90 million euros in committed capital at the moment. And we have teams on the ground, part of South Africa, Kenya, and Nigeria, and I'm part of the South African team. So I'm happy to be here, passionate about education, and excited to see what's in store for this afternoon.
Great, thanks, Jade. Okay, cool. So just to give you a bit more insight into what the entrepreneurs you're going to be hearing from have been up to over the last few weeks. This bootcamp has really sort of push them to get quite a lot done in a very short period of time. We, as Injini, have recently rolled out an open source curriculum that is focused on really providing the fundamentals for African EdTech entrepreneurs. So it's quite specific, but is all about sort of getting the basics in place and helping early stage, ideation stage entrepreneurs to begin thinking about sort of the various complexities of the education sector that they're operating within, and some of the sort of unique considerations that sub-Saharan African entrepreneurs need to take into account when developing a new business. So through this bootcamp, we've required that more or less about 12 hours of coursework had to be completed in order to get to this point. So all the entrepreneurs you'll hear from today have done quite a lot of homework in getting to this point. They've worked on sort of everything from understanding the myths and evidence in education to sort of the business model canvas and more general business strategy work through that course. And then to give a bit more of a hands-on feel to this program, we've provided 3 different group workshops that have covered various business strategy and even sort of pitch delivery tips that have helped to prepare the entrepreneurs for today. And those have taken place, as I said, over the last 3 weeks. And through this entire program, we've been expecting the entrepreneurs to be carrying out independent work. And this is sort of assigned within the workshops and the coursework combined. And that has resulted in sort of nine team assignments that these entrepreneurs have had to work on and submit. All of this information has really actually helped us to inform the standing of the entrepreneurs in terms of who's really been very engaged in the program so far and who maybe is not as committed at this point. So all of that is feeding into our decision today as to who will be receiving the 5,000 Rand at the end of the day, at the end of this session. Yeah, so without further ado, we'll jump into our presentations, our pitches. So these are the now only 7 entrepreneurs or startups that you'll be hearing from today. We will be allowing them to introduce their solutions. I don't want to take anything away from them now, but we can hand over in just a few seconds to, I believe, Blue Jay. Yes, Blue Jay Business Strategy is going to be starting out today. So that's, can we maybe just get everyone queued up for that? Cynthia, are you ready to come online, please?
I'm ready. Let me just show my video.
There you go. Okay, I can see you. Are you able to share your screen?
I don't think only the most. Wait. Let me try. Can you see me now? Is it showing?
I can see you, yes. We can't see your screen yet. We can just see you.
Okay. I don't know if you can give me a few minutes so that I try to do it.
Okay, if you'd like me to share, I can.
Yes.
I can do that. Okay. Okay, let me just. Okay, just give me a second to get that queued up. Okay, in that case, Nabila, let's maybe rather start with the next startup, and we'll come back to you once we get that sorted. Is that okay? Okay. So let's start with Buwa instead, and then Sambile will come back to you after once we get your deck sorted out. Okay.
No problem.
Cool.
Okay. Thanks. Hi, Peter.
Hi, how's it?
Good, thanks. Okay, we can see your screen. So you'll have 3 minutes to present, and the clock will start as soon as you're ready.
Okay. I can't see myself, but that's fine. All right. Today I'm going to speak about Buwa. So Buwa means communicate in Sotho. We're a startup focused on, as the name suggests, we're a startup focused on language acquisition that is both engaging and aligned to the curriculum. Sorry, next. Before. All right, so the problem that we're solving is essentially the fact is that South African school children struggle with language acquisition. And there's lots of stats provide evidence for this, but I think the important one, or one that we'll cite here, is the 2016 Progress of International Reading Literacy Study that South Africa was involved in, that sort of showed that 78% of grade 4 learners can't read for meaning in any language. This is against an international benchmark of about 4%. And since literacy is a foundation of education, it's also a scaffold for further learning. We think that it has a major impact on South Africa's education system. This low level of literacy has an insidious sort of impact on continued learning, as well as an emotional toll that it takes on students as well as parents. I think I've tried to illustrate that in the slide. Parents feel helpless and guilty, and I think students feel inadequate. That has other sort of impacts further along in the education system in terms of how they cope with their learning. All right, so the solution is built on 3 pillars. The first pillar is around engaged learning, and it's got an aspect of personalization, but it's incorporating elements like spaced repetition to reinforce that things that the kids already know, constant feedback where they're always learning, sort of like in a gaming situation where you're always iterating and you're trying to learn as fast as possible, but learning through failure. And then an element of AI-based lesson selection. So the lesson selection, we want to be based on what the student needs to know and what they currently know, and what we need to reinforce in terms of what they already know. So the lesson selection is based on that, and that's how we aim to make it engaging. Mother tongue support, instructions in a language that the child has already acquired, and then education integration. How do we align it to in-class instruction? It's got to be complementary to in-class instruction. It's got to be aligned to the curriculum, and it's got to foster teacher and school involvement where possible. So the solution, the product that we've come up with is essentially a South African curriculum aligned Duolingo. So we developed the base layer of the solution, and I think the important aspects is that it's based on engagement. So we want kids to sort of pick up on images, sound, and text as far as possible. We want to provide mother tongue support. I showed that in the second image, second screenshot, sorry, where we show an Afrikaans sort of sentence that the kid has to translate, but then we also provide mother tongue support by underlining certain words that you can get help on. And then the last aspect is obviously, Peter, am I done?
3 minutes is up, but you can just quickly go through your slides and just speak to them quite high level.
So the target market is, and this is based on 2017 data, it is about 800,000 primary school learners in quintile 4 and 5 schools in urban Gauteng and the Western Cape, and that's our target market. The traction we've got so far is mostly in the user research. We've done a few surveys in terms of language acquisition. I think it's at my son's soccer club where I did this research, and it's about 30 people, so it's not exhaustive yet, and I think it's something we still need to get into. But 25% of them aren't satisfied with their child's language acquisition, especially where it's a second and third language, where the child's home language is something else. 75% of them seek help. 10% of them get a tutor, and a lot of them, the tutoring costs they find to be a bit too high. There's consistent sort of searches on 3 search items that we search for. So there is an illustration that there's demand for this product, but I think we need to do more research in that way. The business model is a subscription model. So it's $100 a month for all the language support you need, if you know what I mean. And we aim to get 1,000 users by 2022. The competitor so far is based into 2 camps. There's physical delivery of education that is curricular aligned, which is the tutoring world. And then there's sort of digital delivery of open content where you get Duolingo, Khan Academy, and those sort of programs, but they aren't curriculum aligned. We aim to be the first one that is both digital and curricular aligned. The team is made up of Nobusuthu Ndlovu, who's sort of got a background in corporate background, as well as she runs a few retail stores called Burgundy Fly up here in Johannesburg. Myself, Peter Ogle, on the product side, I've got a technical background, engineering, and Nosh Naken, who's our sort of resident MBA. The support that I'm looking for essentially is curricular support. We want resources to assist with building a knowledge graph of SA language acquisition curriculum for grades 1 to 7. That's the support that we're currently looking for. And yeah, that's our spiel. Sorry for taking so long.
Okay, thanks, Peter. Yeah, 3 minutes goes quick, hey?
It does, huh? Gee whiz.
Cool, well done. So if anyone has any questions for Peter about Buwa and the work that they've done so far, or what they're thinking about, please just send a message into the chat. And Peter, if you can keep your eye out and respond and engage there, that would be great.
I will do that.
Cool.
Thanks.
Okay, so can we get Stambile back on the screen? And I think I have your deck ready that I can share from my side.
All right.
Okay. Okay, cool. Stambile, so just give me some sort of signal when you want me to change slides, okay?
Okay, I don't know if I can do a tap.
Okay, you can just, yeah, I'll try and follow along. Yeah, no, don't worry. I'll try and follow along. You can just say if I miss it. Okay, you can get started whenever you're ready.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, good day. I'm Stambile Mkwambo. I'm the founder and CEO of Blue Jay Business Strategies. In South Africa, we've got a high unemployment rate. And we all know of someone who has been unemployed because of they can't find a job, and they've looked to entrepreneurship in order for them to put food on the table. Like Tombikai says, she's a township girl like myself. She's 28, a mother of 2, and she loves to cook, so she started a food truck business. But Tombikai, although she's a grade 10 dropout, she's ambitious. She wants to start 15 Tombi buys by the time she's 50, but she knows she lacks the skills. That's where we come in. We are the LinkedIn learning of African entrepreneurship education. So in order for us to validate our solution, I did a poll on Facebook and I asked South African entrepreneurs if they'll be interested in something like that. And out of 116, 100 of them said they'll be interested. That will be like 2 slides up from here. Okay, stop. Yeah. So thank you. So 100 of them said yes, they'll be interested. So that validated the solution for us. Next slide. So our solution is a web-based solution. As you can see from the slide, that's the prototype. Comes with a blog where they can read up about the industry trends, online courses, a shop with the resources, and where they can book for one-on-ones and seminars, stuff like that. Our platform gives entrepreneurial skills and competencies. It is South African context-based. It offers MTB e-learning, and it is affordable. The market in African e-learning is currently at 513 million, and South Africa, being the largest, is projected to be at 490 million. And we estimate by in 5 years' time that we can actually have 15% of the South African market. The traction we've had, apart from the poll that validated the solution, we have 453 followers on our Facebook page. And as the founder, I'm an incubation client for Black Umbrellas for the next 3 years. Our business model, we have 5 customer segments, from informal traders like Tombi Kaise to employees that are working in a corporate space that needs them to be entrepreneurial. And of our 7 offerings, all of our customer segments will be able to purchase them on a recurring basis. For online courses, it's based on subscription, but we acknowledge that for our B2B ed space, we basically have customer segments of our informal traders and small businesses being interested in that. And we did primary market research that asked, how much is it that our target market is willing to pay? As you can see in the slide, they're willing to pay 300 to 500 for a seminar. and they can even pay 7,000 Rand for business consultation to create business strategies. And because we want to penetrate the market.
Sorry, Stembile.
Yeah.
It's time up, but you can just quickly run through your slides.
All right, thank you. Because our pricing strategy is basically economic for us to do market penetration, and also because our informal traders are price conscious. Our competition is mostly linked in learning and Allison. They're international. They offer courses mostly, but most of their courses are for entrepreneurship awareness, which differs from us because we are actually offering skills and competences. They offer in English. We are an MTB e-learning platform, and we have more varied learning resources than just courses. I am a one-man band for now, but I'm mentored by Nishi Singh. She's the board member of the Association of Triple B Professionals in South Africa. She's the current KZN regional chairperson of IBASA, and she owns her own 2 businesses. My ask is, if I win this challenge, the 5,000 Rand, I will use it for our web development. We already have quotation from SK Innovation, and it will cost 3,000. 80 Rand will be for domain registration, and the rest will go to Facebook as digital marketing. I've already had success in this from 1 day digital marketing at 25 Rand to 1 week. That's how I grew my Facebook followers. And I feel like I'll be able to do that with the 1,920 remaining. Thank you. Done.
Okay, thanks, Stembile.
Yes.
Cool, okay. Let me take this down. Okay, great. So again, Stembile, please just keep an eye out on the chat, and if anyone has any questions for you, they'll pop them in there. You can engage with the audience there. Great, well done. Okay, cool. So we have Find a Funder up next. If you're ready to come up and share your screen, that would be great. Hi, girl.
Hi, Megan. Oh, I didn't know that I had a background.
No, that's okay. Okay, cool. If you can share your screen, please do that.
Okay. Oh, I need to share my screen.
Great. Okay, it's busy loading. As soon as it comes up, you can get started, and we'll start the clock.
Let me just make sure. What do you see on your side?
We can see your Find a Funder cover page.
Oh, okay, perfect. Let me just test it. Okay, cool. So could you please let me know when there's 1 minute left, if that's possible?
Cool.
Okay, go for it, Kamva.
Okay. The year is 2016, and I'm forced to take a gap year because I do not have the money to accept my offer at Wits University. Unfortunately, this is a problem that 51% of South African students are faced with, and as a result, capable, deserving, and usually Black students are unable to break the poverty cycle. The current ways in which this problem is being mitigated is through online bursary portals, word of mouth, and company roadshows that in turn to our learners information about their bursaries. But these do not allow entities to have control over the last mile of the road, which includes the recruitment, onboarding, and access to a wider and unique pool of students from across South Africa. Our solution is a cloud-based platform that allows companies to have access to the ideal candidate from South Africa in under 5 minutes. Companies can find and manage the exact kind of students they need when they need them with easy search features. Consequently, we save companies on time and resources. Companies can use intuitive analytics to search for and filter through students using faculty, year of study, age, academic average, and many more. The platform also has bulk emailing features, and the student data is verified and protected such that no third parties have access to students. For students, all they need to do is sign up, complete the profile, and upload the relevant documents. The companies that we are targeting are required to contribute 2.5% of the annual payroll under the skills development element of the BE scorecard. We've identified a total number of companies of 472 with a total market opportunity of 1.1 billion, but the market that we are targeting tomorrow is at 4.5 million. Since March of 2018, we have over 2,800 companies on the platform, 9,000 website visits, and have generated 23,000 Rand. Some clients that we've serviced include ShopRite, Ellen Gray, and TTI Bursaries. Some awards that we've actually won or we are finalists for is the EDHE competition, when we will be presenting at the end of November. Our business model includes companies subscribing to have access to 100% of the talent pool, of which there's a licensing
1 minute left
of 7,000 Rand per annum. And for every successful candidate that companies will source from Funder, they pay a fee of 2,800. With a burn rate of 2,100, we have a net profit of over 80% per company. Our competitor, we differentiate from ourselves from our competitors through the proprietary technology that we develop ourselves, our vast and differentiated product offering, and pricing. The team comprises of 8 people, and among us, we've experience in tech development, marketing, strategy, administration, and entrepreneurship. Furthermore, we have experience in content creation and youth development. We are asking for 5,000 Rand that will be used to upgrade our service with the increasing candidate pool, legal advisory, marketing, but also to book ourselves and networking events. More importantly, we are asking for mentorship and networks that will catapult Funder to the next level. Thank you.
Great, well done, Gravo. Thanks very much. You came in under time, which is brilliant. Cool. Okay, great. So we'll just move right along. Again, Gravo, feel free to just check out the chat, see if anyone has any questions for you. Okay, great. So next up we have Kamva. Can the presenter for Kamva please come on screen and get your deck shared?
Can you see my my deck, Krista?
Yes, I can. I'm not sure if we can see you yet, though.
Oh, sorry about that.
There we go. Okay. Yes, I can see you. I'm ready to go when you are.
Okay. This is the state of the South African education address. In South Africa, 50% of learners drop out by the time they reach grade 10. Almost 80% of our grade 4s can't read full meaning. Of our 25,000 schools, 20,000 are considered dysfunctional. This dysfunction is characterized by dilapidated infrastructure, lack of parental involvement, unmotivated, under-resourced, and overworked teachers. In a recent study by the Department of Basic Education of the best performing 111 quintile 2 to 4 schools that had a 95% matric pass rate, revealed key common trends: parental involvement, school connectedness, teacher development, praise and recognition as key to their success. Now, this is one of those schools, Nyanga High in Engcobo, in one of the most rural and impoverished areas in the Eastern Cape. But before any meaningful learning and teaching can take place, we truly believe that our schools would need to be dignified. It is a prerequisite to achieving equitable education in our lifetime. Enter Kamva, an operating system for success in education. Kamva is a web-based, data-driven, school-wide reward and recognition platform that schools can personalize to their unique culture and goals. We digitize and gamify school-wide activities in order to optimize engagement, school connectedness, and academic achievement. We are the vitality for education. We incentivize learners for academic achievement and progress, teachers, their professional development, parents, the level of involvement in their child's schooling, such as attending parent meetings.
Sorry, Mangaliso, sorry to interrupt, but people are saying that your volume is coming out a bit low. I'm not sure if maybe you can get closer to your mic, just for the rest. We'll give you a bit of extra time for this, don't worry.
Oh, okay. Do you hear me well now? Is it fine?
It's okay on my side. I'm not sure if people are still struggling to hear.
It's okay on my side too, Krista.
Okay, great. Okay, sorry, Mangaliso, you can go for it. Yes, please.
Okay. Enter Kamva, an operating system for success in education. Kamva is a web-based, data-driven, school-wide reward and recognition platform that each school can personalize to its unique culture and goals. We digitize and gamify school-wide activities in order to optimize engagement, school connectedness, and academic performance. We are the vitality for education. We incentivize learners for academic achievement and progress, teachers, their professional development, parents, the level of involvement in their child's schooling, such as attending parent meetings. Externally, we integrate with third-party education apps, after-school programs, and corporate-led education initiatives. This allows an opportunity for learners to demonstrate their success and learning other than relying on test scores. To close the inequality gap and reduce the learning and teaching barriers, we allow learners and teachers in under-resourced schools to convert their Kamva activity into loyalty programs they subscribe to for further discounts for food, books, and other necessities subject to meeting learning and teaching goals. We have a software as a service business model where we charge schools directly or via our adopted school model where corporates pay on behalf of schools they support. We exist in a market that currently spends 316 in EdTech products and services in South Africa, and initially we want to target 5% of that market. Kamva is recommended by the National Education Collaboration Trust and Spark Schools. We also enjoy support from tech giant IBM via their enterprise development program. Kamva is led by myself, Mangaliso Sean Mbusi, as its founder and CEO. We also have a team of advisors and mentors who are leaders in tech, business and investment, psychology, and in the education industries. We would like to be considered for a place in the highly coveted Injini EdTech Incubator. We are also currently raising 850,000 to pilot our solution countrywide. We are also in search of team members to join us in our audacious mission of leveling the field in education by turning each and every school in Africa into a highly functional learning organizations. Thank you.
Well done, Mangaliso. Thank you very much. I'm sorry about the volume issue, but you recovered well. Cool. Okay. So up next, we have Masakhane, which is going to be led by Kanya. So Kanya, if you want to come on screen and share your screen with us, we can get going. Okay, Kanya, we can see you.
Someone else is still sharing. It says I can't share while the other person, okay.
Yeah, it should be good now. Okay, Kanya, you can get started whenever you're ready. Kanya. Okay, is it frozen for everyone or is this just me?
I think we lost him.
Yeah, okay.
Still here.
Okay. Okay, maybe we can come back to Kanya then. Yeah, so let's come back to Kanya so we can move over to NyouLearning.
Hello
Hi, Dylan.
there. Go on, let me quickly get sharing. Perfect. If you can just please let me know if you can see my shared screen there.
Yep, you're good to go.
Perfect, thanks. Quickly check it out here. Cool, so hello everybody. I'm Dylan Evans, the founder and CEO of NyouLearning. We are a social startup that bridges the digital gap between trainer, facilitator, and learner with a mission to eliminate the barriers to quality learning programs for all South Africans. At NyouLearning, we plan to solve this problem at scale by enabling all South Africans to gain access to quality online learning programs to learn what they need when they need it. We accomplish this in 4 steps, using our user-friendly one-click course to develop our users' digital skills, and then making our platform accessible, introducing high-quality learning programs, and then facilitating the user through the learning process. This all pulls together inside of our ever-evolving e-learning platform designed to be inclusive to the social and cultural diversity of the South African population. It hosts a wide range of free and premium learning programs, both designed by NyouLearning and third-party providers, such as the ever-growing world of MOOCs, which is free online learning training programs. And one of the things is we have found that quality facilitation to be the biggest factor in a successful online learning program. So our facilitators, support team, and support assistant chat part ELSA are therefore developed to thrive in supporting the diverse South African population. Our accessible market is the total number of internet users globally, sitting at about 5 billion people. However, the market we are currently servicing is that of our home, South Africa, where we are specifically focusing on entry-level employees and job seekers as our primary user base. Our one-click training system has been thoroughly tested through our COVID-19 workplace readiness course, which has successfully certified over 8,000 members of the South African workforce. We have been primarily focusing on layer 1 and 2 of our 4 layers of revenue stream and business model. First, we have training centers where we design and manage digitize and manage their current face-to-face training courses. And the revenue is gathered through the course development fee and commission per course sold. And then with organizations, we digitize and manage their custom employee training programs, and soon to come will be our fundraising programs and where the end user pays for premium programs themselves. This graph shows how the players in the market are scored on being useful and accessible to the South African people as a whole. And this is all made possible by our incredible team, with our 4 core members having over 32 years of combined experience in the South African training and development space. Our primary goal at the moment is to connect to more organizations and training centers so that we can help them thrive by taking their training online. And I'm just quickly going to wrap this up with a little parable. Give a man a fish and you can feed him for the day. Teach a man to fish and you can feed him forever. But if you teach a man to learn how to learn anything, he won't have to eat fish for the rest of his life. Thank you.
Thanks, Dylan. Cool, well done. I like the end bit. Okay, great. Okay, I'm not sure if Kanya's back online. Okay, I don't actually see him. So maybe we will just go ahead to next on the list, which would be StudyCenter. All right, is the presenter ready to share? There we go.
Okay, I can start.
Yes, please go for it.
Sure. So hi everyone, my name is Mankwanyane, and today I'll be presenting a company that was born after seeing and hearing the frustrations of students that I had an opportunity to tutor in the past 4 years. But firstly, I'd like to introduce you to one student I worked with this year. Her name is Natasha. She's doing her first year in computer science at the University of Pretoria. She thinks she will not be able to realize her goal due to the challenges that she is facing as a student. As most of us might know, the level of difficulty in adjusting to the varsity workload. The first challenge Natasha communicated was that she is always playing catch up. This can be frustrating for anyone. Secondly, she mentioned that though there are so many resources on the internet, she is finding it increasingly difficult to get reliable content that is in line with her module syllabus. And lastly, she mentioned that most of the reliable content that her friends recommend is found in pieces from different platforms that her bursary does not support. The StudyCenter platform allows Natasha to access recorded lessons for any of her modules. These lessons are structured to be in line with her curriculum. Secondly, Natasha can interact and discuss the learning material with other users of the platform. Her reputation and progress will be tracked through the use of gamification and a reward system that is meant to encourage collaboration. Lastly, bursary sponsors have access to data insights that shows the academic performance of their students, because this is a pain point that I received from one of the foundations that we spoke with. As an attempt to test the solution before committing to the building process, I developed content to be in line with the syllabus of a few modules that I was tutoring at the time. To test adoption, I removed all the content just before exams. This is one of the 57 text messages I received that night. You don't have to worry, I did re-upload all of it so that the students could prepare for their exams. So after testing some of the early assumptions, I then looked into the market size to see if the market is actually big enough in Africa. With only reliable data from the North and West Africa, I was able to see that there's approximately 500,000 students enrolled at an institution of higher education. And the estimated revenue is around 1.1 billion USD at a $15 monthly subscription per user. With the 10 established, it was time to bring it home, the South African market. This data is gathered from universities, excluding colleges and FETs. I found that there are approximately 700,000 enrolled undergraduates. It was important to focus on undergraduates because they are the target market. The estimated annual revenue is 2 billion rands at a 230 monthly subscription per user. And the annual revenue is 900 million rand for STEM fields and 500 million rands looking only at the Western Cape and Gauteng, because these are the two provinces we plan to target for rolling out. This leaves us with a 27 million rand annual revenue with an estimated 5% market share. We partner with content developers to provide educational content in the form of videos, and we also partner with curriculum experts to ensure that we stay in line with what our users expect. And lastly, individuals can buy subscription that is renewed monthly, and bursary funders can buy an annual subscription per student that they fund. The students that we have a history in traditional tutoring mentioned in text that they cannot wait for the platform, and the web platform is built and ready for launch in January 2021. Our notable competitors range from Pluralsight to Udemy, and this is some of the competitive advantage that I believe we have over them. At the moment, I'm the only one working on the company. And firstly, what I'd like to ask from you is please follow us on our social media platforms. We are very active there. Secondly, I would like an opportunity to be introduced to potential partnerships. And lastly, I would appreciate having additional core members. I believe we can move faster with a team of people that believe in the company vision. And we will, if in the case when we win the prize money, we will use it to develop content and also for campus activations during the launch next year in 2021. Thank you for your time.
Well done. Thank you very much. Okay, great. So I think Kanya hasn't managed to get back on, unfortunately. So if that's the case, then StudyCenter was our last pitch for today. So if you guys can just hold tight for a minute or two, and we will be right back with our results from once we have a chance to see all the judges' scores come in. So thanks, guys. Please just hold tight for a minute. Cool.
Okay.
But ain't no way that I'm around a red light, yeah. Every step we take in every circle we go round only leads us to another route. But you know I'll still be here sticking with you. I'll still be here sticking with you. Whether you leave me or whether you're taking me down, baby, I'll still be here sticking with you.
It's like, yes, I'm crazy, but I kinda gotta be. You bring it out of me, allow to me the onomatopoeia. Pop on concrete jungle where I be these days. Just swing my vine when you feel need to leave LA. Shawty call me sticky dick, I call her kissing kid. Oh, I'm the bad guy, oh, I'm the animal. Hardly ever listening, never listening. I drive you crazy, you ride me
But you
manual.
know I'll still be here sticking with you. I'll still be here sticking with you. Whether you lift me up or whether you're taking me down, baby, I'll still be here sticking with you.
Okay, great. Thanks for your patience. So I think we've gotten all of our results in, and we can announce the winners just now. I first just want to say well done to everyone who presented. I know pitching in this virtual forum can be a bit weird, and you know there's always some issues with tech. I do see Kanya is back now. Unfortunately, we're just running very short on time. Kanya, do you think you will be able to very quickly get your pitch in, or do you anticipate having more internet issues? I'm not sure how strong your connection is now. Kanya, maybe you can just.
I can try.
Okay, do you want to try? Okay, cool. Let's give you a chance, and then we will announce the winners just after, once we've included you as well.
I'm just having issues sharing the screen again.
Okay, must I try and share from my side?
Okay, no, I think I'm sorted.
Kanya, I don't think I actually received
You can hear me fine. Sorry?
Okay, yeah, we can hear you now. We can hear you now. Okay, so maybe just keep your video off if your connection's an issue, and then we can just hear you and see your screen.
I think it should be fine.
Okay, go for it whenever you're ready.
Igama lami nguKhanya Mdaka. Umgebe usibizwa umduduma. Into eduduma njengezulu ithi ram ram. I'm the MD of Choice Decisions, the profit arm of the Speedo Mdaka Legacy Project. This is an organization that was established to continue a life of untiring self-sacrifice as led by my father, Speedo Mdaka. The organization aims to improve skills and literacy levels in rural areas by providing skills development programs through e-learning centers. Did you know that the 2019 matric class was the first to exceed 80% passes since in the democratic South Africa? But did you know that only 37% of grade 12 learners achieve 40% and above for maths and science? While you're still chewing on that, a recent UNESCO study showed that 80% of our schools don't have access to libraries and computers. This means that an overwhelming majority of our learners are not adequately prepared for entrance into higher education and therefore in jobs in maths, science, engineering, accounting, technology, and manufacturing in the midst of the fourth industrial revolution. Masakhane, Nguni word meaning let us build together, a political slogan for solidarity is an app we're developing to address this reality. It is an affordable e-learning web platform that provides a comprehensive digital revision toolkit that fully prepares learners for exams. It provides a step-by-step video tuition guide using South Africa's CAPS curriculum and indigenous languages with simplified content created by learners. Our market research showed that tuition is generally unaffordable to the majority, with online tuition ranging from 200 Rand per annum up to 4,000 Rand per annum, with live classes going up to 120 Rand per hour. While some free options are available, they tend not to be based on the African curriculum and also provide only direct instruction and therefore not interactive. Our competitive advantage is our affordable platform that comes at a minimum cost of 20 Rand per year per learner. This can also be used by teachers and parents to follow the students' progress. Vernacular options also available on a multitude of formats, including text, audio, and video. This is also available on all cell phone types, including the feature phones. Our research shows that there are more people, while there are more people than cell phones in South Africa, only 20% of these cell phones are smartphones, meaning that the large majority don't have access to the Internet of Things. Our live program is run on Raspberry software, a computer the size of a bank card, which was created to make computing and internet available at a fraction of the price. We are building a skills center at a local school which we will use as a production site for our content and to pilot our program and our content. This will revolutionize the creation of content as learners or beneficiaries, if you will become co-creators of this education content. Join us in revolutionizing the education sector, as we believe this app will address spatial inequality and the rural-urban divide that currently exists in our society. This will also reestablish Ngcobo as the education powerhouse that nurtured international icons, including Dr. A. Walter Sisulu, Nelson Mandela, Thabo Mbeki, Saki Makozoma, to name a few. In the 100 schools in Ngcobo municipality.
Sorry, Kanya, it's time up, but you can quickly wrap up.
Okay, yeah, I'm finishing off. There are about 100 schools in the Ngcobo municipality, and if we can tap into 20% of these, we can gain a revenue in excess of $250,000 Rand. In terms of scalability, there are 6,000 schools in the Eastern Cape. And on a national scale, this year, there will be more than 1 million grade 12 learners writing the matric out of a total 12,000 learners in 25,000 schools nationwide. The money will be used to spruce up our website, as well as to add the learning platform. We're busy working on the graphics and updating some things on the website. Thanks for your time.
Great, thanks, Kanya. Glad we got to hear from you after all. Okay, great. Okay, so if you guys can just give us 1 more minute just to make sure that we account for Kanya's scores as well, then we will announce the winners in just a moment. Thanks, everyone.
It's gonna get difficult to stand, but hold your balance. I just say whatever, cause there is no way around it. Everyone falls down sometimes, but you just gotta know it'll all be fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, feeling good, like I should.
Okay, great. So I think we've received all of the results now. Yeah, so again, like I was saying, really well done to everyone. I know you guys have put in a lot of work and time over the last few weeks and well beyond this program as well. You're very clearly committed to your solutions and solving very important educational challenges in our country. So very happy that we had a chance to work with you so far and keen to keep the relationships going through future interventions and support relationships. So well done, everyone. Really great job pitching today. And yeah, hopefully some new collaborations and partnerships can come out of this event. So without further ado, I will just announce our runner-up first. So the runner-up will receive an opportunity to just have a bit of extra support from the Injini team. So a few calls with us to discuss some pressing questions or strategic decisions that they're making. We'll set aside some time for them and hopefully help them to get to their next steps. And our first place winner, as we've mentioned, will be the recipient of a 5,000 Rand mini grant to reward them for their dedication to this program and their performance today in the pitch. So today's runner-up, if maybe we can actually just get all of the entrepreneurs who are able to come on screen, if you can come on screen, or maybe just be ready to come on screen. Either way, whatever works for you guys. Cool. Okay, so our runner-up today is Kamva. So Mangaliso, really well done. It's been great working with you over these last couple of weeks, and we're really impressed with what you've come up with so far. Yeah, okay, I can see you now. There you are. Cool. Thanks, Mangaliso. Really well done. Yeah, I think you've already demonstrated quite a lot of progress, so very impressive. Cool. And then for our first place winner for today, again, just to sort of reaffirm that you guys are all winners, you've all done really well. Yeah, and we hope to see you all continue working on your product and taking it to the next level. But for today, we'd like to congratulate Find a Funder, Garabo. Really well done. Yeah. Cool. So, okay, there you are. Yeah, if you want to say a few words, that would be great.
Well, firstly, just like to thank everybody for being here. And then secondly, just like to thank the Injini team for organizing this. You know, we saw the opportunity. We're like, okay, guys, that's something that we need to get on, and we actually don't regret it. So thank you for organizing this, and thank you for having us all here and forcing us to actually come and pitch our ideas and understand our ideas a bit better. And to everybody else, yeah, well done to everybody for getting this far, for having like basically the courage to start. And yeah, we basically all in this together. So yeah, thanks everybody, and looking to get into some work with some of you guys in the future. So yeah.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Mangaliso. And again, yeah, it'll be really great if some partnerships can come out of this intervention. I think a lot of you are doing really complementary work, and you know, we always believe in the power of collaboration here. So really well done, everyone. Yeah, we can't wait to see what you guys accomplish, and really glad you've joined us over these last few weeks. It's been a real pleasure getting to know you all. So thanks, everyone. Yeah, that wraps up our event for this afternoon. We will see you all hopefully on the next one. Thanks, guys.
At the motel under street lights. at the motel under street lights in the city of palms. Call me what you want when you want if you want, and you can call me names if you call me up. Feel like the least of all your problems. You can't reach me if you wanna stay up tonight. Stay up tonight. Language seems like you could use a little
guys.
from me. But if you got everything and figured out like you said,